Before you try this, I need you to understand something. There are certain techniques Neville Goddard taught that were never meant to be shared lightly. Because once you use them, you begin to see life, reality, and even yourself in a completely different way. This is one of those techniques. So tonight, before you fall asleep, you're going to repeat a single mantra quietly, inwardly. And the moment you do, your subconscious mind will begin reshaping your world in ways that are almost impossible to explain to anyone else. So let's get into it. To understand this teaching, I need two things from you, your desire and your full attention. Because for what I'm about to show you to work, you must see creation exactly the way Neville saw it. As human beings in this three-dimensional world, nothing in your life ever shows up in physical form first. Nothing. It always begins invisibly. Creation always precedes manifestation. Look closely at the world around you. Everything follows the same sequence. Plants don't just appear. They begin as invisible seeds buried in silence. Animals don't just exist. They begin as impulses, sparks, unseen ideas in consciousness. Babies don't simply show up. They exist first in conception before they ever take form. Even your greatest ideas, your wildest ambitions, your deepest desires, before they touch the physical world, they begin as a quiet, unseen image in your mind. This is not random. This is law. This is the structure the universe has been following since the beginning. Whether you're aware of it or not, everything in your life has traveled this path from invisible conception to visible reality. This is why people say things like, create the opportunity, create the environment, create the chance. They're speaking truth, but they don't realize the depth of what they're saying. They don't understand that true creation always begins within. Look at life. Before a woman holds her child, she first conceives it in her child. She first conceives it in her imagination, then nurtures it, then brings it into form. Before a building rises, an architect must see it internally, clearly, then draw it, then construct it. Before a business succeeds, someone imagines the result, assumes it internally, and acts in harmony with that vision until it appears. Nothing can manifest without passing through the invisible. Nothing ever bypasses this step. Everything you have ever touched, seen, or experienced existed first in consciousness, first inside, then outside. Even the Bible begins with this truth. The very first line of Genesis, "Let there be light." Notice it didn't start as light. It started as intention, a decision, a command in consciousness. Only after that internal assumption did light, sky, earth, and life come into existence. The sequence is always the same: the idea, the acceptance, the expression. This is the spiritual law that has guided creation for thousands of years. As within, so without. Invisible before visible. Felt before formed. So now ask yourself, in every example, the child, the building, the business, creation itself, what is the one thing that must exist first? Call it a seed. Call it intention. Call it desire. Neville wrote it clearly. The first step in changing the future is desire. Without that internal acceptance, without holding it within as already real, nothing can ever begin. Everyone has desires, sometimes mysterious, sometimes impossible, sometimes too big to speak aloud. It may be wealth, love, freedom, creativity, clarity. Whatever it is, that desire is a signal. Maybe not in your 3D world yet, but it exists in the unseen. And here is the most important point. Only you can pull it into your present reality. No one else can do it. No external action can replace this internal work. Neville revealed that once you fully accept your desire as real, once you live it internally, it begins forming in the unseen, and it cannot fail to appear in the physical world. And that is exactly what we are about to do with this technique. Step 1. Recognize and be aware of its existence. Neville once wrote, "All you can possibly need or desire is already yours." Before anything can manifest in your life, the first step is simple but profound. You must recognize that your desire already exists in the unseen. It is not a wish, not a hope, not a distant dream. It is real, waiting for you to acknowledge it. Close your eyes and picture it. not in the future but as if it is already here. Do not think about how it will come or when it will appear. Do not plan, analyze, or question. Simply feel it. Feel it in your chest, your breath, the release in your shoulders. Hear the quiet whisper of certainty. See it in your imagination as though you are living that reality now. This step is about alignment, not action. You are shifting your consciousness into the state where your desire is already true. Every second you fully inhabit that internal reality, you send a signal to your subconscious and to the universe. This is done. This is here. This is real. Think of it like planting a seed. The seed already contains the tree, the fruit, the shade, the full potential. But if you deny it or treat it as imaginary, it cannot grow. Recognition is the sunlight and water. It wakes your desire from dormancy and activates the invisible process of creation. By seeing and feeling your desire as already present, you stop chasing it, you begin living it. And when you live it internally, reality must rearrange externally. Step 2. Name it and repeat it consistently. Now that you've recognized your desire as real, give it a name, a clear declaration of its existence. This is not a wish or request. This is a fact you are assuming. My dream home is already here. My perfect relationship is already here. My ideal career is already here. Use the phrase already here because the subconscious does not understand time. It only responds to what you assume as real. Once you name it, repeat it quietly, inwardly, and consistently, morning, noon, and night for 7, 14, or 21 days. Each repetition is not just words. It is a vibration that reinforces your inner reality and communicates with the unseen. It tells your subconscious, this is true, act accordingly. And your subconscious begins guiding your thoughts, impulses, insights, and actions in harmony with that internal state. But the most important part is not the words. It is the feeling behind the words. When you say it, feel its truth. Feel it in your body, your breath, your awareness. Feel that it is yours right now. Repeat it until the feeling becomes natural, until you stop questioning, until it becomes an effortless inner truth. When that happens, life begins to shift. Opportunities appear. Ideas flow. People show up. Paths open. Reality bends to reflect what you've assumed within. This is Neville's teaching. What is felt internally cannot fail to appear externally.